Good Monday morning. Actually, a good Labor Day morning. So, unfortunately, being in healthcare, I don't get guaranteed any federal holidays off or anything like that. I'm not gonna lie, I do miss that from the Army. Getting all kinds of 4-day weekends and stuff like that every time a holiday would pop up. But I'm gonna try to keep it short and simple. Headed to Warner Robins work this week. This past weekend, actually finished up two of my classes for my master's program. The rest of both of those classes, because I've been taking 3 graduate level classes this semester. The main one that I'm having to somewhat kind of focus on and try hard in is advanced pathophysiology. The other ones are theoretical basis of the advanced nurse, and the third one is foundation and concepts of advanced nursing practices. So I've done all the brunt work for the other 2 classes, not the advanced patho class. So all 3 classes will be done at the end of September. Today's September 1st. So instead of just kind of waiting week by week by week, doing one thing every week, I realized that all I had left was a bunch of assignments like research papers and things of that nature for those 2 classes and discussion posts. So the wife and the kids went to her sister's over in Leesburg, Georgia. They went over there I think they went out Friday, and they were all gone until about Sunday night. So I essentially had about 3 days, 2.5 days of uninterrupted work, like schoolwork, and I took full advantage of it. Did all my research papers that I had left, did all my discussion posts. Admittedly, I worked ahead, so now I gotta wait until someone else does their discussion post to do my replies. So I'll kind of have to, I guess on Friday, I'll kind of like log in, look at that to see if anyone else has posted, so that I can post my 2 replies, and then I'll be done with that one class. The other class was all academic research, so actually I don't have to worry about anything in that class. It's pretty much done. So now, with those classes essentially done, I can just focus all my efforts on the advanced patho class. Right now I believe I have a 90 or a 91, something like that. It's like a low tier 90s, 90 to 92, somewhere in there. Pretty sure it's not higher than a 92. And it kind of bugs me because I know I could do better. The big thing that really kind of tanked my grade was my midterm, and it's just because I basically just studied wrong and didn't give myself enough time, didn't study the right things enough. I somewhat pretty much got what's that expression? Couldn't see the forest for the trees, so to speak, and got wrapped up in studying basically treatment modalities, signs and symptoms, and things of that nature, when stupidly I look back and I'm like, I'm in an advanced pathophysiology class. Like, I should probably focus at least 70% of my effort on the pathophysiology instead of signs and symptoms and treatments, which we do in this class. We do a lot of the treatments and stuff like that and signs and symptoms with the patho, obviously, but it is a pathophysiology class, so focusing on that does make more sense. So But now that I got the other two classes kind of out of the way, because I was kind of going week by week, or if I had something coming up, I might work a week ahead, but I wasn't working too far ahead like I probably should have. But now both of those are done, I can focus on the advanced patho, bump that grade up, and slowly over time get ready for the final. As it stands right now, if I was to make, let's say, like a 96 on all the quizzes, or 100 on all the quizzes, so to speak, I can essentially make below, I think I should be able to make anything above, I think it was a 53, and be fine on my final. So it's not like I'm struggling in this class. It's just something that I'm a little bit, I don't know, like I hate to say I'm like a perfectionist, because I'm not, but at the same time I do know I could do a lot better than what I've been doing in that class. And the main reason is just because I have so much other stuff going on. Like with the one real estate deal closing, I was actually linking up with two nurses that I know that are getting ready to buy their first home. Just a lot of moving parts. Then of course the travel nursing, the wife, kids, family stuff, and going to the gym, trying to stay in shape. Well, actually trying to lose a bit of weight and stay in shape. But doing all these things, I mean, it takes time, and then that's, time I don't have studying that advanced patho. But I should have more time now. So that'll be great. Another thing I got to do that I can kind of focus on now, though, is just lining up my clinical rotations. I'll be starting those in, I think, late October, early November. I'll be starting my clinical rotations. So once that starts, it's going to be balls to the walls, as they say, because I'll be working 36 hours, and I got to get a total of 600 hours of clinicals. Or no, that's a lie. I think it's 800 hours of clinicals. No, it's 600. It is 600. Because it's broken up into 4 parts, and each part is 150, I think. But that's not going to be too bad. I'm going to line those clinicals up, try to get with people that I somewhat know and respect. That way I can knock those things out. But in other news, just the usual. On the gym front, I somewhat kind of lied, not intentionally. I was looking back at the videos as I was uploading them this weekend, and I completely told y'all the wrong split. not on purpose. So essentially, it's more of a upper-lower split is the way my split is working. I don't know why I was saying something about like a push-pull leg kind of thing. I guess I was still in my head thinking about the old split. But it's an upper-lower split. So for instance, yesterday, Sunday, it was upper. So it's chest, back, biceps, triceps, and I don't really like to throw abs in there. I like to give abs their separate time. Also, abs are made in the kitchen, so I don't necessarily worry about training them too much, because I'm not trying to have real thick, blocky abs. I'm wanting a nice, tapered, streamlined waist, so I don't want to do too much to make it overpowering, so to speak. But so Monday is a rest day. Tuesday is a lower day, and it is a lunge focused day. So barbell lunges, dumbbell lunges, stuff like that. I might swap between the two. And then, I mean, there's some accessory work with that, but the main lift is lunges on that day. So then on Wednesday, we go back to the upper. So again, chest, back, shoulders, arms. So then Thursday is supposed to be another rest day. And then Friday is my other leg day. And on that leg day, I'm doing leg press and dumbbell, oh my gosh, straight leg deadlift for kind of like a glute focus with a little bit of accessory work with that too. On my leg stuff, what I'm mainly doing is I'm actually starting with calves on all of my leg days. Well, I say all, basically both of them. So I start with calves, and that's just because I'm trying to build my calves up. I don't have like the smallest calves in the world. I actually think I have pretty decent calves, but it's not where I want it to be. So I want to try to bring that up. And then anytime you have a lagging body part, you should always start with that body part when you're the freshest. So that's my big thing there. On my upper body, my main focus is basically kind of like upper chest, mid back, and just overall arms. So the upper chest part, just building that shelf, so to speak. And then mid back, for whatever reason, my mid back is just always a lagger compared to like my lats and traps and everything else. It's just like that rhomboid area. It's just always a lagger there. And then arms. My arms is where a lot of my volume is for sure. So I'll do that twice a week with a lot of volume. And then also, if I have an extra day that I go to the gym with like the wife, what I'll do usually is like cardio, abs, and arms again. So every once in a while I might be hitting arms 3 days a week, which doesn't really bother me because arms is one of those things that recovers pretty decently on me. The thing that doesn't recover well, like most people, is legs, and then also chest and back. Like chest and back, after I hit it, it's like I'm sore for like a day or two. Legs, I'm sore for like 3 days, at least 2 days. So, and then my legs is always that delayed onset muscle soreness where that first day you're like, oh, this isn't that bad, and then day 2, day 3 hits and you're like, oh, this is the worst thing in the world. But it didn't really bother me too bad. And then sorry, I stayed up late waiting for the wife and kiddos to get back from her sisters, and I should have went to bed earlier than that, but I wanted to make sure the family got home safe. But with all that said, I'll throw in some abs, cardio, a little bit of extra arm work here and there if I have extra days that I go to the gym, like with the wife or something. That's usually, I just kind of sprinkle that in there, because I mean, I need to do more cardio in general for my just general health. And then, you know, who doesn't want bigger arms? And I don't really train abs, like I said, as of right now. I do cycles where I'll do ab training. But it's just not something I do all the time. Like right now, I'm not focused on it. probably once I get down to 180, 190, that's when I'll probably start throwing in more ab work again. But that's pretty much it. Just going to finish this drive out, and I will see you beautiful people in the next one.